My unreal search for the real ID. Last month, I provided my relocation anxiety update involving misplaced medicine and a rogue washing machine. Tonight, things are spiraling in ever more disturbing directions. Much of it involves switching my car registration and title to Massachusetts, along with my driver's license. My partner Naomi and I gathered our required paperwork and headed to the closest Registry of Motor Vehicles, or RMV, office. We finally stood in front of a service rep behind a plexiglass-like barrier like a bank teller. Naomi went first. In a jiffy, she had her shiny new plates. I provided my license, registration, and title. The woman behind the plexiglass scanned my papers and said, "I can't give you plates. You have a lien on your title." Well, indeed I did. But I paid that off years ago, I stammered. If you register with the lien on your title, the title goes to the bank. If it's paid off, you would have a letter from the bank stating that it's all paid. My mind reeled back to when I bought the car. I couldn't remember a letter, but that was years ago. Crushed, I went home and tore through boxes and trunks to find the magic communication. Nothing. Trunks, boxes everywhere. Ultimately, I called the Bank of America and spoke to a staffer in the auto loan department who found my loan details online in the 2019 letter. I said I needed a wet, or actually signed version, and she got the process started for me to get a new one. I gave her a FedEx number for expedited delivery. While waiting for this letter to arrive, I went down to our garage storage area for another matter. I spied an unopened box on a metal bookcase. Well, why not look? I asked myself. I ripped it open and, surprised, my folders for cars, health matters, investments, and cartoons were right there. I finally found the 2019 original wet version. I returned to the RMV a day or two later, bright and early, to get my plates, and this time it worked. In another hour, I got to apply for my real ID license. Papers all lined up. The last hurdle was a vision test. This required me to gaze into a machine where I correctly identified colors and shapes. Then came the peripheral vision test. I stared at rows of dots with a white circle in the middle. My task was to focus on the circle and say where I saw a blinking light on the periphery. I stared and I finally said, "I don't see anything." After I tried several times, the woman said, "I have to fail you on the vision test." She handed me my New York license back and a form I could take to an optometrist for a vision check that would substitute for the on-site test. So a few days ago, I had an exam in the vision field test from an optometrist near me. The machine in the process felt much more sophisticated, and I confidently clicked a controller in my hand when I saw a light flash on the periphery. This time I could see the fireflies on the edge of vision, and the result, I failed again. The cause, nobody could tell, because my vision is otherwise fine with glasses, other than not liking to drive at night. So I'll be back to the same place on Monday for eye dilation that may help my peripheral vision. I joke that some people may say tunnel vision reflects my personality, but I never meant that in an optical sense. This afternoon, I read up on the Massachusetts requirements. Could I get a license restricted to daytime driving? I mean, I would be happy with that. That's my preference anyway. But the RMV may have other ideas and consider me a bad bet on the law-abiding streets of Massachusetts. But the bottom line, I have discovered a serious vision issue, and that real ID license keeps floating away from me, bobbing just out of sight, but never out of mind. My unreal quest for the real ID license continues, and I have to say I can't see, in any sense of the word, where it ends. Thank you.